So the first question that I have for you is really how has your particular industry segment been affected by COVID-19? Obviously, we've had a chance to talk about nonprofits, and with so many nonprofits dependent on funding from folks that are, of course, struggling. I'm just want to understand a little bit about how your industry has been affected.
Yeah, well, really, there are kind of 2 points to that. Number one, it's the whole nonprofit sector, right? And we exist to help build capacity of the nonprofit sector and support them. So I can certainly talk about that. But then also there's the whole charitable giving arm. And, you know, we live on, the community foundation lives on administrative fees based upon the funds that we hold. And obviously with the market performance, that's a concern for us as an organization as well, budget-wise. But I think more important probably to lift up the nonprofit sector in the initial conversation here. And certainly we've stepped up quickly and nimbly to try to be very proactive in response to their heightened need right now. Certainly there are nonprofits that are needing to serve kind of the surge that they're seeing in the vulnerable populations that perhaps were already vulnerable in our community, and now this has heightened that to an even more extreme measure. And then there are, of course, the nonprofits that simply can't do business right now. So you look at all the arts organizations that, you know, can't have performances, they can't have people in their doors, all of the nonprofits that have had to cancel their major fundraising event for the year and other things that they're seeing. There's just a lot going on out there and a lot of uncertainty. And we're trying to put as many tools as we can in the hands of nonprofits and just information as well so that they can do their best through this time as they will.
Just one follow-up question, then we'll go into the breakout rooms. If you could talk a little bit about what some of the strategies are that nonprofits are employing right now to try to manage through this right now, and also maybe what you might see happening just a little bit further down the road as this kind of continues.
Yeah, there's actually going to be some survey data released, I believe, tomorrow, and they surveyed Iowa nonprofit organizations and companies, but 1,400 nonprofits responded, and they estimate that they will see probably a 50% reduction in revenue through the next 6 months and a 35% reduction in employees. So obviously there is a lot of work right now being done to look at budgets and how things can be tightened up, and yet at the same time, we have many nonprofit organizations that are having to do even more with less because the need is so great from those they serve in the community. So obviously we've activated the Disaster Recovery Fund. We're mobilizing that fund quickly and getting the money out to those that are serving the immediate needs, but we're also getting a lot of information out about the CARES Act and other financial resources that we want to get in the hands of nonprofit organizations so that they can stabilize their business.
So one last one, because I can't let you off the hook too quickly here, is just if you're going to leave us with something hopeful, something that you're optimistic about within the industry, why don't you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, thank you so much. Well, number one, the passion and the strength of our nonprofit sector is just palpable. So that's wonderful. But the other thing is giving is strong right now. So I compared donor advice fund giving last year at this time to this year at this time. It was about 825,000 out the door last March, and we had nearly 1.3 million out the door this March. The Chronicle of Philanthropy just had an article today looking at donor advice funds nationally. Incredible amounts of giving. So our donors care in this community. They give, and I'm confident that that will be what we experience again through this crisis.